just woke up. It's a little early, and I couldn't get back to sleep, so I just figured I might as well make a video. But before I actually do get started, I need to get ready first. So just give me 1 second. I'm gonna do that real quick. Alrighty. Here we go. A little better. School starts in a little bit, and I wanted to be ready. That way I can film this and I can dash. The indie scene for video games has come a long way from when it started. Games like FNAF, Undertale, Shovel Knight, just to name a few, have revolutionized video games as a whole. And as I'm sure you can tell, today's topic is one of those games. Back in 2017, a man by the name Dan Salvato released his game Doki Doki Literature Club. Right off the bat, Doki Doki Literature Club did extremely well, smashing up to 1 million downloads in its first 3 months, and 2 million just a month later. So I'm sure it was safe to say that Dan Salvato had a real hit on his hands here. The game was inspired by his love-hate relationship with anime and also his love for unsettling horror. When the game came out back in 2017, I did dabble in it a little bit, and it helped that it was free. I have always wanted to make a video on this game, but I just never had the ability to. But it's been 6 years since the game has come out, and I'm finally ready to talk about it. However, if you are going to play Doki Doki Literature Club today, then I recommend you picking up the Enhanced Edition released back in 2021. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus released on consoles and PC, and it's pretty much just a more polished package with a little more added to it. I have the PS5 version, as you can see, and all the footage you see in this video will be coming from this version. However, if you don't feel like shelling out any money, the original game is still free to boot to this day, so you can always experience it then. I just recommend all the enhancements that the Plus port adds. Doki Doki Literature Club is a visual novel, so you're pretty much here for the ride. Not to say that there's nothing to do in this game, because there is, but I'm just saying, given the genre, there's not much on terms of gameplay. Doki Doki's story is where this game shines, and right here I'm going to stop before I go on and say that if you have not played this game, then you should click off this video and go play it right now, because the story is the biggest appeal that this game has, and I don't want that to be spoiled for you. So if you haven't experienced it, please go experience it before continuing on. But if you want to continue on, well, what's up, man? Thanks for sticking around. Now, while I know people who do play visual novels, I'm really not one of them. There's only really 2 exceptions I have to that. First being Doki Doki Literature Club, obviously. Second being Hatoful Boyfriend. You date pigeons! But yeah, I don't really play visual novels, so if it grabbed my attention, then damn, this one must have done something really good. Now, like I said, I'm playing DDLC Plus, the Enhanced Edition, but because I play this, I get a little extra goodies inside the package, like stickers and a card and what have you. Well, anyway, with all that out of the way, shall we jump in? The story starts out like a generic visual novel. You, the MC, or main character, are on your way to school when you are stopped by your childhood best friend, Sayori. And after talking to her for a bit, she managed to convince you to join her club, the Literature Club. And after joining, we are introduced to the rest of the cast. There's Yuri, a shy but timid girl, Asuki, which fills the role of the tsundere, then there's Monika, who is absolutely perfect. That's it. No, I won't elaborate. Well, after getting to know each other in the group, the Literature Club decides to write poems and to share them the next day. After all, a festival is coming up, so this would be perfect time to practice. And here's where the poem mechanic shows up. Now, like I said, there's really not much in terms of gameplay in this game. However, writing poems happens to be one of the few gameplay moments that this game offers. At the end of each day, you have a poem minigame to do, and this is pretty much to help you pick on what girl's route you want to go down. Well, since I already like Monika, I might as well pick her. Where is she? She's not here. I only see the other 3. Where is she? Fine, if I can't pick Monika, I guess I'll go with Sayori, second best. Now, unless you played this before, you're most likely not going to get 100% the character you want. You could accidentally get another character that you weren't intending to go for. So I figured in order to help you get who you want and what route you want to go down, I figured I'd just give a little helping hand here and point you in the right direction. Since the words are randomly generated, you're not going to get the same ones every time. But I do have a pointer to help you in the right direction. Anything dark, grim, or acts of shyness, it's most likely going to be Yuri if that's who you want. Anything involving pink or cute is most likely going to be Natsuki if that's who you want. And Sayori? Well, she's more on that level. Alright, finished my poem. That doesn't look right. Well, after that, we go back to school the next day and present our poems. Now, here's where the game starts to take a straightforward path. It starts to become a generic visual novel you'll come to expect from these kind of games. All the way up until Sayori starts to act weird. A later bit on, we find out that Sayori is depressed. Oh. That took a turn. Well, that's okay. I mean, I did pick her out, and I mean, everything's gonna be fine. Oh my god, holy shit! Then the game just ends after that? No, you see, I know better now, I know better. I'll just start the game over, and I'll strictly play her route. I mean, I thought I did that, but I'll just be more careful. I'll just start the game over. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Booting the game back up. What? Ooh. That looks a little weird. Yeah, so if you boot your game back up, you'll find out that Sayori is nowhere to be found in the game at all. Well, isn't that a nice slap in the face? Well, since we're in the predicament that we're in, let's just start over. So the story is roughly the same as before, but instead of running into Sayori in the beginning, this time we run into Monica at the school, and she's the one who gets us to join the club instead. Really? Me? You want me to join your club? But after joining, it's back to the same thing as last time. The class makes poems at the end of each day. You go back to school and you start presenting them. However, going through it this time, it feels a little off. I don't know, though. I'm just gonna shrug it off. Well, anyway, it's time to write those poems again, and damn, what was her name? Can't remember her name. Anyway, since there were 3 girls before and one of those were gone, that must mean Monica is the fill-in, and of course she's not. Not much to say on the poem minigame, as it's pretty much the same as last time. But it's when we go back to school is when things start getting a bit strange. So things are starting to get really weird, and since we picked Natsuki's route, we get her for her manga route. Oh! Then Yuri starts acting weirder. She pulls us aside and asks if we love her. She has a knife, so I said yes because I'm scared. She laughs and holy shit, what the fuck? Oh god, now we're looking at her body for what feels like forever. Yeah, that's actually you sticking around the whole weekend looking at Yuri's body slowly deteriorate. You can see the life slowly start coming out of her with her eyes slowly turning gray and the blood turning black, showing the age. Monica then comes to let us know that we weren't supposed to see that and we weren't supposed to be stuck here like that. Yeah, she then reveals that she was in control of everything this whole time. Sayori's depression and her hanging herself, Yuri then stabbing herself. Why did she do this? Well, because she wanted us all to herself. Just me. But more importantly, just Monica. And that's the end of the game. There is more, but I like it that the game ends here. I let Monica win because she's written so well. She's alive in this game and she's reaching out to us for help. She's alive in this game and she's reaching out to us because we are the only people that she's able to talk to. After all, the 3 others were fake, made up, AI computer program. But Monica, she's alive. Also, I just feel really bad doing it. I mean, she's my favorite character and it just breaks my heart every time. But overall, that's pretty much Doki Doki Literature Club's story. This is a story that has stuck with me from its release. It is such a pull the carpet out under you moment. The fact that it has this cutesy visual novel and then reveals it to be this psychological horror experience is absolutely brilliant. It is very cool to see how far this game has grown. It's cool to see that this free indie PC game got a full-blown console release. That is something every indie developer aspires to get. The IP of Doki Doki Literature Club is bigger than ever, and that is reasons why we got Doki Doki Literature Club Plus back in 2021. And to focus on Plus for a little bit, it actually added a bit more to the package. Now, with likable characters in your game, it's obvious people are gonna want, a bit more of them. You might have noticed a tab called Side Stories. So after completing certain things in the game, you will slowly start to unlock side stories. And the thing is, these aren't scary at all. They're actually legit just more story of the girls. Legit visual novels in ways. I highly recommend going through all the side stories because in a lot of ways, these are prequel stories to the main event of Doki Doki Literature Club and an alternate timeline. The side stories detail events and stories of the four girls meeting for the first time. There's no player interaction, just stories, so I guess enjoy. Plus also adds a music playlist as well to browse the soundtrack. Or as you play the game, you will unlock photos, and yep, I got them all. You see that trophy? Platinum, baby! However, to get one of them, I had to do 7 playthroughs. That means I saw this 7 times. And that also means that I saw this 7 times. And that also means I had to delete Monica 7 times. Oh, this is just so mentally exhausting. I don't know how I'm going to recover from this. But let's say playing the free game or playing Doki Doki Literature Club Plus just isn't enough for you, and you need a little bit more. Well, might I recommend the modding community? Yeah, surprisingly, Doki Doki Literature Club has a surprisingly big modding community. And I have to say, there are some pretty good ones on here. If you can get over some misspellings and get past some awkward interactions at times, then I do seriously recommend looking into some of these mods. And some of these mods are like long, like way longer than the main game, and man, that's just dedication right there. And that's how you know that people truly really love the characters that you have created. If you don't have a way to play these, then fear not, my dear friend. There is a YouTuber that has almost every single Doki Doki mod playthrough on his channel, and if you want to get your fill that way, I'd say it's a lot more convenient. It's how I experienced a lot of these mods, and if that all interests you, then go check his channel out. I recommend it. Hi, Kane. Well, that's gonna do it for me today. Let me know what you guys think about Doki Doki Literature Club in the comments below. Did you guys play it? Have you guys yet to experience it? Are you one of the rebels that stuck around to the very end even though you haven't experienced the game at all by yourself? Then leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the game. Let me know what you think about the video. I always love the interaction, and I'll respond to you when I get to you. I have an Instagram, I have a Twitter, and you can go follow me. Both of those will be in the description down below. Also, while you're down there, can we get this video up to 10 likes? That'll be much appreciated. Also, while you're down there, can I get you to hit that subscribe button and the bell for post notifications, because I wouldn't want you to miss a single upload of mine, and it'd mean the world to me, and it'd take like 10 seconds. So, also, if you're feeling extra generous, I have a Patreon, and that will also be down in the description down below. Well, guys, it's about time I get out of here. School's about to start, and I don't want to be late. I have a friend that's been bugging me about joining her club, so I guess I'm going to find out what that's all about. Until next time.